Hello, hello. What's up, crypto world? How are y'all doing today? I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you're at. It's a nice weekend, Saturday. This is your boy, Z-Rex with no noise. We are coming at you live today. And it is January 30th, 2021. So I got some cool news. Next week, my son's starting some daycare. We finally found a good one for him to go to. And I'll be having a lot more strict schedule with streams and stuff. He's only going to start for 3 days a week now, and we'll see how that works. But for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm working on the exact time I'm going to do them. I might even get crazy and do them like for a long time. So we're just going to see. I'm going to do some piloting this coming week and go from there. But I'm super stoked about that. But anyway, let's just get right into it. Digibyte, we looked at it yesterday. I just had this pulled up. I was checking out the different exchanges that it was on. We got asked about it yesterday in the stream, so like I said, I was just doing a little bit of research on it. Looking pretty good here, though. Still following through, liking the strength it's gaining against the Bitcoin pairing, so that's nice. And getting a little bit of pump action the last few days, staying above the moving averages. They're starting to open up. They're not in the chronological order that we like to see, but as long as they stay over the mama here at about 2.5 cents over the next couple days, that should regain that. Loses that, I would not be a super fan of this chart. Ultimately, though, about 2.2 cents below this local low, and it still looks all right. We usually start with Bitcoin, Mama Bear, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll go right over to her. I just already had that open, so let's see. Let me find the podcast list. $1 trillion. We are breaking out over this trend line on the total market cap with this big doji candle right now. You can see. Oh wait, they got this new thing where I can turn off everything. Yeah, I like that they did that. Very cool. So you don't have to go up here and click each one off. Sometimes you just want to look at that raw price. But you can see we're finally kind of breaking out of this. That's a decent sign for the overall crypto market. If we can break out of this structure and really just stay above these lows and ultimately really about 900 billion. And we probably will get some continuation. There's all kinds of frothiness in the market right now. I've been debating with a couple friends. It's like, is this the top kind of showing? when Elon and Mr. Beast and all these YouTube people are all like changing their Twitter bios to have hashtag Bitcoin in them, and I don't know, it's confusing. Usually I'd have a better gut feeling about it, kind of like when the Coinbase app back in 2017 was more downloaded than Facebook. It's the #1 downloaded app. That was kind of like, oh shit, well that's a little frothy. I don't know if that's saying the same thing sentiment-wise. Those guys got a lot of pull, and if that just started, I don't know. Like I said, it's throwing me for a loop a little bit. But that doesn't give you no TA. You can't really make no judgments off that. So let's just keep sticking to the price. But that's just something I kind of wanted to get off my chest. But Bitcoin trying to regain on the daily. It's in the middle here, and we are above 50. So that's kind of cool, like that. Very neutral still on DMI, so nothing really to talk about there. Oh wait, let's look at the major averages. Again, staying above that mid 32. You can see we bounced right off of it late last night. So that's the decent attempt to defend for the bulls. We are kind of weirdly flat though all today. Very ugly, kind of boring choppiness. But this looks all right. It's not my favorite setup. I would have liked this daily to close a little stronger than it did today. I mean, it's okay. It did get bounced off of that level, which is also the 10 simple. It's curling back up or attempting to. So not super ugly, but man, look, you can see right here with the mama right flat. This is just real tight range. And we are in between the 200 and 377 on the 3 hour, which we attempted to break out and got swiftly rejected. And so that's like the worst part of this structure probably is this swiftness of how fast this was rejected. But we are finding supports like we talked about yesterday, retesting these zones right on top of all this price action, which is coinciding with that horizontal we like to see. But again, if that it's the same as yesterday. If we lose that, this structure is going to start looking kind of bad, and this will be construed as a false breakout on this trend line. And a lot of times, out of false breakouts come fast moves in the opposite direction. So we do need to be very mindful of that at this point, in my opinion. Of course, this is all my opinion. But not terrible. Just keep holding here, and I actually kind of like it. If we just do this through the weekend, that would set up pretty nice, I think, for the start of the week. Maybe we get some follow through with that. But the bulls are trying to defend their right to the moon. But yeah, keeping it still simple. 32.8, 32.7 until we break that. I'm not thinking about bears, but if we do get back below that, especially below any kind of time frame around the 3 hour medium term, anything back below 31.5-ish, I believe that we will break this to the downside. So the bulls need to defend the throne here. DME, what the hell? CME, jeez, that was a little special. CME is showing a breakout on the daily. The CME chart, to be fair, looks a lot better than spot. Man, actually on the lower time frames, this looks really good on the CME for continuation, resetting these oscillators back up. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. CME is being, and look, CME is also confirming that low area about 31.5, so that's good for confluence. So as long as we kind of stay in this pocket, I don't have any super concerns about Bitcoin. But again, we lose that 31.5 on a medium time frame. I mean, even almost at this point, like wicking below there probably would not be very sexy. Ethereum, kind of in this little ascending triangle type formation. You can kind of see here, we've been talking about it a little bit. It's right at the apex. I mean, we're getting real pushed into this. Generally, they're supposed to break around 70 and like 70-ish%. And going over that statistically kind of sucks, according to Mr. Bull Kauskiski. It's the patternsite.com. You can go over there and check it out. He's considered like the Lord God of chart patterns. So it's a funny site too. It's like totally old school, like 90s, early aughts, GeoCities, like Angel Fire type shit. If you don't know about that, you might be quite a bit younger than me. And just date myself there a little. But on the Ethereum, it looks pretty good. You got this structure all pointing up. All the EMAs, chrono order, all pointing up. Losing this local low, which is also the mama at about 1300, would not be sexy. Ultimately, though, it can be about 1250. So that's been the same for a while, that mid 12 area. We lose that, and I would start to get real concerned on Ethereum because it would be breaking this structure that it's printed over the last month. But looking okay. Any kind of 3-hour close back above these local highs at like 1440, we go into blue sky discovery mode. Where are we going to go? And the only way you can kind of even get targets for that kind of stuff is you have to fib extension it out. And I mean, just off these sell-offs, 2618 is around 1700. And even if you take this bigger sell-off here, it looks like 1700 would be like the likely target if we do break out that structure. And then we'd have to go from there. Litecoin, the uglier of the OGs. Why is this on here? What the hell? Oh, go away. Don't want that. Definitely the ugliest chart out of the OGs. We're getting below the 377, struggling with all the moving averages stacked right on top of each other right here at around 135. Anything back below, same thing here, this horizontal, and I'd start to get concerned, especially for another test after bulls defended it pretty well over here a few days ago. So that would not be good. But yeah, Litecoin has been looking shittier than all the other majors. You can see lower highs on this is on a daily too, so it's a pretty significant time frame. You got lower highs and you are creating lower lows. So if Litecoin was beast mode leading the market, I mean Ethereum's kind of been that right now, but Litecoin, I don't like that Litecoin's doing this. But hey, you know, 125-ish, 120, what is this low? 123. If it holds that, all right, fine. But it does have a lot of work to do for the bulls. It really needs to get back over that 140 area. Oh, XRP, look at you. You some bitch. Very nice reaction off of this. Little sell-off, getting caught by this wick. Oh, I'm sorry, this tail or shadow on the candle. This is a really good reversal. This is a little bit of surprise probably for most people because most people just hate XRP anyway. And let's see. Yesterday it did pop, and I actually probably kind of dismissed it quickly just because it's been so boring. And it's funny when that happens. That's usually right when the moves start getting it in. And you can see even up here, historical volatility was flashing as 0 on the 3-hour. A couple days before we had this really big run up. So but yeah, on the 3-hour, if you were watching this and just kind of based off of like the way I like to do trades and enter stuff just off EMAs, you had a perfect setup on the 3-hour pop. Do that. Let me see. You have like the pop and then the upside down U, reverse U, and like we talked about earlier, the H pattern is like this. And so if price comes down, they're just real easy to know if it's going to work out or not, because they can't make an H that's like this. That's already done. Like as soon as it passes that, it's over. And so it's the same thing to the upside. So once it breaks out of that, it's pretty much an easy risk long that once you're out of this part of the structure, it's pretty much just long above 30 cents or so. So nice respect on the TA there. Missed that one myself, but hey, you can't catch them all. All right, not like Pokemon over here. But this is looking pretty nice. Let's look at it on a weekly. Probably some pretty decent resistance. You're at 10 simple on the weekly, and if we do a extension, a fib, that's also coinciding with 618. So really, it's got to get above that wick now to get bullish again. But on the 3-hour, it looks pretty damn good. I mean, A test back up into here into the 30s would be real nice. Maybe if it was super bullish, it might not even get much below this action here, like upper 30s. So, but yeah, getting all these to the upside. Looks like the 377 will even start curling back around as long as as long as we stay above like 36 cents for the next, I don't know, probably a few days would do it. Good volume on this though, so there's definitely someone coming in and pumping it up. You can see even on the daily, it's up here matching with this big sell-off and some of the bars back here and this initial pump all the way to about 75 cents. So pretty good moves. That's the next super target. Up there is about 65 cents, which is going to be pretty tough. It needs to close a medium term, like this time frame, medium term over about 50 cents. Really, now that we have this wick, I'd say we can add that one in there. So about 52 cents, we get a close over that. We probably run to 65 real fast, and then we'll reassess after that. But Ripple looking pretty good. Let's go look at XLM because, you know, it likes to do that too. So we do have a similar type pattern here with the, oh, damn, that ain't working. Wrong tool. With the, geez, can't draw very well. We got this kind of like the reverse H thing going on, like we were just talking about. Same thing, if we can get that medium-term time frame close on this above 35-ish cents, probably gets us a nice move up into these wicks, which are all-time highs, I believe, on XLM. Yep. So that's pretty damn sexy. That's for sure. And I sound like a broken record. Of course, we all know this. If Bitcoin wants to ruin the party, it most definitely can by selling off. And so just be wary of that. All right, DOT consolidating up here. Same shit, different day. Not this range. I mean, this is easy. Anyone can figure this range out. Top of here, right here, 14 and about 19, 20. So that's just range bound. Nothing really to say there. ADA picking it up, looking pretty good. I like this move. Getting the exponentials, all the moving averages, nice and erect to the upside. That is very sexy. DMI getting into the power zone. Bears going into the weak zone. This is a really good setup on the medium term. Probably any, hold on, let me go back over here. Probably any close above 39 cents on the 3 hour is going to usher in some new highs. I guess that is about the new high, 39. So about 38.5. Anything above 38.5, yeah, this thing will break out into, I mean, this looks a lot like Ethereum's chart, to be fair. We keep mentioning that, so probably the same target of 1,500. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, right, that would be a hell of a move. Same kind of measured spot here, though, with a weird sloppier version of that triangle, but maybe about 50 cents would be the target on a fib extension. Yep, 47 cents. So 50 is a good whole number. So we'll just use that one. Link looks fine. Nothing too crazy on it. Looking on the weekly, though. Weekly kind of sucks. Yeah, if Link's busted back below like 21.50, I would get a little bit concerned, and definitely below 20 bucks, it would probably come in and test between the two exponentials right here. Oh wait, sorry, we'll go to BSV next. Bitcoin Cash. Pretty kind of shitty. This is kind of an ugly chart. Yeah, kind of like the Litecoin chart. It's not looking too hot, but I mean, it looks okay as long as it's above 394, but not very sexy. I don't really like this chart. It needs to really get back above this trend line right here, which is coinciding with the mama and all that. I guess the good news about it is there's going to be resolution fairly quickly. Either way, you got the 377. I mean, here in the next couple days, it's going to force price into the apex of the 377 in that trend line. So should get resolution on that pretty quick. BSV, nice run. This is what we want to keep seeing. This is good build out. This is good structure build out. Newer high here, coming up. Newer high from this bottom, this area. Getting rejected at the mama, riding the mama back down. One more test on that trend line cross, which is about 167. Nice pop, newer high of this lower term structure over the last week. So this is pretty good looking. This is constructive for sure. On the daily, still needs some work to do. Obviously, got to get back above, really like 190, coming back over this mama hump here, the little mama camel hump, which the mama is this purple line. If you don't know, that's a Eller's mama moving average, and you can get that on the indicators list and stuff like that. And there's a bunch of free ones. Oh, very, very girthy, powerful action here, though. The DMI is continuing to strengthen. EMA is coming up. You do have the 2 resistance on the long term, so getting the close back above on a daily, or I'm sorry, on this 3 hour above 85, 185, probably easily gets us to retest this candle in probably about $200. Let me see here. Yeah, we probably get 200 to come over and maybe even test like over here in this high, like 210, and then we'll have to reassess. But this is good structure coming off this little spring low. This could have definitely been the little fake out to get everybody kind of out of their positions from this consolidation zone. Because, we're all watching the same movie. You buy a bunch here, and then it's like, oh, shit, it just dumped 10%. It's below the trend line. But it didn't get any continuation, though. Immediately got bid up. And now it's starting to put in some higher highs and higher lows. So not too shabby. XMR. Yeah, it's kind of similar-ish structure to BSV. Not as good looking like on the internals and the oscillators. But as long as this is holding like 130, yeah, whatever. It looks pretty damn good. And you close above 146, we probably come up to this horizontal at about 157. Zcash, nice little pump here on the medium time frame. Gosh, this chart just sucks, but I mean, whatever. It's Poloniex. In between though, kind of Litecoin-ish with that being stuck in between these damn medium term or long term averages. But the bulls are starting to try to be dominant from way here in the weak zone. Usually don't see both of them down here in the weak zone. That is a little bit rare on the DMI. Any close below 80, like $90 on the 3 hour probably gets us to 98 to $100 pretty quickly. So Zcash looks okay. Anything though back below 75, $80. Yeah, and these wicks, I mean, yeah, 75 is definitely death, but even probably 80 will probably do it too, to the downside. Dash, almost exact same chart as Zcash. Looks okay. This one, don't lose $100 or probably go into the lower 90s with a swiftness. Conversely, though, about 107. Yeah, shit, we would get a nice little breakout there, probably up to at least these wicks and all the bottoms of these bodies at like 120-ish. But yeah, it's got some work to do, so we'll see. Doge getting monkey hammered. As we were talking about yesterday, I didn't have any concern about this chart as long as it was riding this 3 hour 10 simple, the cyan line here. And as soon as we close below that, then it's probably iced out for a little while. We did get that close late last night. Not late last night, just last night in the evening. And that was pretty much it. Pretty much down since then. Now we have given enough time for some resetting on the oscillators. We got to let it cool off from this. I mean, 70 read on DMI is very high. That does not happen often across any market that I've traded. And so that's pretty rare. And they are meeting up here. The bears and the bulls. They're having a little coffee meeting. And they're like, hey, I'm still in charge. They're doing a little fight. And we'll see if we can get that continuation rolling back up to the upside. But this looks okay for a reset if kind of want to look at it like that. And I do like how the daily so far is staying inside this neutral zone. Yes, it has lost the momentum, and this candle is definitely kind of ugly. But let's go to a weekly. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I guess to be really fair... dang, this is kind of tough. I'm trying not to be biased because I just love Dogecoin. It's been like one of my favorite just coins, period. I just like the idea of it and all that. But this is a good reset though for the oscillator. So if the bulls are going to come back in and step up, I would not be surprised if it happens from right here. I'm looking at this chart, and maybe we zoom in just a tad bit more. Let's look at like an hour. Yeah, so on the hourly, we are getting that little reset. You can see the hourly went bearish way back here at about 159 area on this little doji, and that actually set in the top. That's interesting. I usually don't look at the 1 hour. But you can see it's regaining its attempting to regain its strength. I mean, this is a good setup for a reset. Like I just said, I'm just going to stick by that. Anything back over $100 probably gets us to 125. And then, man, we close above again, 125, and reset this, and the 3 hour regains the exponentials down on the RSI. Then, I mean, that would look pretty damn good for maybe a retest of up in this zone, and maybe even some new highs. I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait. Of course, it's all about the Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin just kind of hovers around this range it's been in for the month or whatever, from 30 to, I guess, all the way up to 40, just for easy sakes. Yeah, you could be like 38,650. It's like, yeah, what the hell is $50? What the hell is even like $500 at a $3,400 or $34,000 price target? Like, whatever. So especially in crypto too. So yeah, any close back above this structure and making some newer highs on the very, very low and medium time frames, that would start to look good. But if there was going to be any kind of bullish, I think, continuation, it's going to probably happen from this zone, and we'll just have to wait and see. Let's see what anchored VWAP says from this guy. Yeah, anchored VWAP is agreeing. Whoops. Yeah, anchored VWAP, even from both these big candles, is right around where this horizontal is that we've got at about 130. So that's good for confluence. So kind of iced off below 130. If we get back above 100 and hover over it for a sec, that would look pretty damn sexy. But from how the oscillators are postured on the 3 hour, this is a good, healthy liquidation kind of reset for the oscillators, and continuation to the upside could happen here. But anything back below this candle, I mean, like 60 sats, it's going to get pretty ugly. And even Doge on USD looks about exactly the same, so that's good for confluence. We don't have to look at traditional markets because they be closed. I guess maybe I want to look at the weekly. Nah, we'll just save that for tomorrow. We don't want to do any of that. None of that. None of that. All right, I think that's it for the crypto world. Maybe I wanted to test some follow-through shit. Man, what the hell did I want to do? Oh, yeah, I wanted to follow up on some coins we looked at yesterday. I'm trying to remember that to like show, you know, just to keep an eye on them, because we mentioned all kinds of stuff. It'll help everybody. Helps me, helps you. We can't remember all this shit. More eyes on it, the better, though. So we looked at QTUM yesterday, and the only thing that sucks about QTUM, oh no, I'm sorry, that's going to be a different one. I thought that was the one that was only on Bittrex, which kind of sucks. I mean, Bittrex is alright, but whatever. You're getting this little hook pattern on QTUM, so nice that it's not breaking down. And this is a weekly too, so if this ends up playing out at a weekly, like over $4, I mean, 650 becomes pretty easily targetable. Just kind of struggling to get going. But you do have a decent read on the oscillators. Let's see on the 3 hour. 3 hour looks okay. So pretty much not much different than yesterday. Losing the $3, no bueno. But again, breaking 350 even on this low time frame on a body close, not a wick. We need a body up here to close above 350. And I would probably look for at least testing up into this range around 420. Yeah, man. All right, we already did DigiByte. What else did we look at yesterday? I'm trying to remember off the top of my dome. Oh, Komodo. We looked at Komodo. Komodo, nice move today on Komodo. This is actually the new candle. It won't be closed till tomorrow. It's technically Sunday's candle. But yeah, this was requested in the chat yesterday, and I really like this chart. This is a really good looking chart, and it's already getting some follow through. So as now, if this thing stays above like 65, mid 60s, then this is probably going to look real sexy. And these are closing bases because this has lots of wicks and noise on it. So, you know, even don't put your stops too tight on this bitch because it'll go there and take you out from what it looks like. I mean, look at these wicks. They're all 6-7%, even back here in the consolidation. So just be aware of that. But I like this coming back for a test. It is kind of giving it up. So that's probably like the ugliest part. But hey, you know, these are very thinly traded, so holding that 60-cent handle now is pretty good. But this is the first part you want to see for getting some follow-through. And look at all these EMAs. They're all stacked right on each other. I mean, literally the 200 and the 377. I mean, that's why yesterday it was just like the perfect spot, all right at 60. And, you know, anything below about 15% drop from there was going to get real ugly on a closing body. So getting nice follow through on that guy. And I think I might just leave it there unless anybody has a request or something like that. I'm going to go here and look at this tab. Oh, not that tab. This tab. Holy crap. What is this shit? VGX. Voyager wrap token. Oh, whatever. On one thing, Uniswap. I'm not even gonna give it no love. Don't even care. 1 inch. Yeah, I probably should care maybe about Uniswap, but yeah, I'm sorry. It's only traded there. Like, no one cares about that. What was this? Oh, this coin. I was in a chat earlier, and someone mentioned red coin. I don't know if you've been around a long time. You know about the color coin was like a whole thing, marketing thing back in like 2014. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's blue coin, it's red coin, it's pink coin, it's yellow coin, it's black coin." I mean, it was like every color. And then it got so crazy, people started doing dark. It'd be like Doge coin dark, which actually turned into Verge, which is funny. Really, a lot of people don't remember that. But yeah, it was like Dogecoin dark, Litecoin dark. Pretty hilarious. Those were good ones to mine back in the day. Yeah, the good old times. But yeah, red coin just kind of popping real hard right here, up 300% on the day. Holy shit. But this is only on Bittrex. And they're weird too. They do KYC and pretty hardcore. Even if you do KYC, they don't let you. If you're from America, which is where I'm in, then they don't let you trade lots of the pairs. Like all the weed coins were really cool to trade, but for some reason, Bittrex says no weed coins for you, Americans, which is dumb. They have such other crazy bullshit on there. I'm not sure who made that decision. But good old red coin, kind of funny. Old nostalgic coin there. Let's see if there's anything. Let's just pick a random one through here, and then I'm going to wrap it up. See if we can maybe... Oh, BAT. Let's actually look at BAT. I'm glad I saw that, because BAT we've mentioned a few times. And it's just kind of slowly grinding up. Let's see if we can maybe find a little bit better of a chart. Bitfinex probably has a cleaner one. It does, except for this ugly freaking shadow and tail over here. But whatever. Still looks, you can kind of see this is real nice, opening up. Just having this good continuation, this slow grind up. This is actually a pretty damn good looking chart, and I like this low time frames too. I mean, this is setups that I like to wait for faux show, and so I got me a little bit of BAT. See if this one rides out. Anything back below like 30 cents and ultimately like 27 cents. Which from here is about a 15% drop. I'd start to get a little bit concerned, especially if it was a new close. But yeah, I mean, this is riding up the exponential on the RSI. Let's see if we can get the... Let me put some lines on here real quick. Let's see if we can get the DMI to come back up here in the power zone. But it's setting up pretty nicely, and the daily also looks very sexy too, showing major supports in the mid-20s. So I do like that. Chart. We already looked at BSV Ocean Protocol. No, it wasn't that. Let's look at ETC because I haven't looked at that in forever. Ethereum Classic. Oh, well, it looks alright actually. Hasn't really been getting any love. I mean, yeah, it's up like 30-40% since, you know, back here in December, but relative to a lot of other shit that's been going on, you know, that ain't nothing. Kind of still way on these lows. Damn, it used to be. Damn, it got to $40 back in January 18. Oh, of course it did. I thought that was misread that chart. Yeah, everything was freaking insane there. But this is actually a pretty decent chart, even on a 2-day. Lots of support in the 6 handle. A handle is just that range, the $6 range. So 6 point something. Anything 6 point, put numbers there, is the 6 handle. So anything above that looks really good. I like it. There was, oh, Ion. Was it this one that I found earlier that I was looking at? Nah, crap, it wasn't this one. It was something else then. Shit, I don't remember now. Whatever. I'll have to, if I remember it, I'll post it on the Trading View. I'll just make a little deal on there. OMG and Mana. I do want to look at Mana and OMG, because OMG was a real big one back in the day too. Oh, that's not a old enough chart. Let's go to Poloniex. Will have it. Decent looking basing pattern here off of this initial pump with lots of volume, not giving up the candle. You can see we're finding support at the open of this giant candle, so that's kind of nice. I do like that. Struggling to regain the exponential over here on RSI, but it does look pretty good. OMG, I kind of do like this one. Above $3, pretty decent chart. And really, we need to ultimately see. Let's go zoom in a little bit. Let's see if we can get a newer high put in on a candle closing basis on a 3-hour above 377, and that would be pretty damn good looking chart for some getting into the 4 handle would be pretty easy after that. All right, I think I might just be done with that. Yeah, we're gonna need you to move your stuff down to the basement. Loop ring. Oh, hello. Oh, dang it. You know, it's funny. I just sold all my loop ring, too, a few days ago. Missed that move. See, you just don't overthink this shit. You get too emotional and you'll miss some big-ass moves. I mean, look at this thing just riding the daily 21 like a champ. And now we're having this little ascending triangle type pattern. I'll just draw it on there because, you know, sometimes I take for granted. I think people can see these things as easy as I can, but I understand that and have been told that they cannot. So here we go. We're drawing it. It's closed. Confirmation of breakout. As long as this holds 47 cents. A measured move on this. Conservative ones, a lot of people will measure the back part of it. I like to measure the middle just because, you know, why not? It's right at the top of this wick, so maybe 60 cents. And then past that, we don't have any data. So, bam. Looks really good. This is a nice chart. Very nice. Alrighty. ARDR token. This is an old one, the next platform. They actually had a really cool platform. Let's get it on a different exchange. We have some more data. Oh, we gotta go back to log. Yeah, they actually have a really cool platform. It really works and is easy. You can create your own coins on there with like a few clicks. It's cheap as hell. It has a little marketplace in it now. I mean, sucks, man. There's some really cool technology out there, but just people just want gains and tendies. They don't give a shit about tech, it seems like. I mean, some people do, obviously. That's why this got built, but the masses seem to not really give a shit about that. But this weekly, though, looks pretty nice. I love these EMAs opening up. Major support at about 5.5 cents. DMI looks good. This is getting tested, but still above it. And looks pretty good. We got a close coming up tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm defaulting to the weekly on this just because it's kind of messy, but I do like this chart above 5.5 cents. And if the weekly can close above this like 8-cent level, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. And then that'd probably target us up here to the 200 MA that just started printing back in August, which is at about 15 cents. So pretty decent looking setup there. Let's go look at Filecoin. I know we've mentioned that a few times. Let's follow up on it. Just going real flat still. Real flat. What other? Not full coin. See if we maybe get a little bit more data. Yeah, there's a little bit more. It's trying. Super quiet. Just chilling on these lows. Not really. Weekly ain't showing shit. How about the 3 hour? Yeah, getting rejection at the 200 simple. But making a close above these wicks at like 26.5 probably gets us. I'm sorry, not 26.5. 22.6. Probably gets us at least to test this upper range at about 23, 24, and then we'll have to reassess. But I do like this is just consolidating slowly here on the lows. So, and you can see that's where this wick was too before a reversal. So I do kind of like this coin. I don't know what the hell they do or anything, but I mean, for something that's, you'll know you're wrong if it goes down 7%. I mean, that's, to me, I like setups like that. Easy peasy, 7% ain't shit in the crypto market, and you know, something that could possibly be going to at least these tops, and that's like a 2R at least, and then if it closed above that, I'd really be targeting up here around 30 bucks. And then we'll have to see what happens. EOS, let's look at that real quick. Mr. Dan Larimer's 3rd or 15th or 100th project that he abandoned. I'm just kidding. But he does kind of leave projects a little bit. It's all good, though. He builds some pretty cool stuff. BitShares was a pretty cool idea, but he's a little bit snaky. But hey, it's the finance world. What do you expect from these guys? Daily closing above all of the averages on a pretty good girthy candle, so I do like that. That's kind of sexy. Weekly, all right. Oh, I do like this too. The 3 hour, this looks really good. I mean, what are we already up? Like 10%. That's just kind of today. Yeah, I do like this setup right here. This is looking pretty awesome. I'm glad I looked at this. What's a 618? About 330. We got about 330. So that'll be the next target, which coincides good with this mama humpback over here, camelback. So that would be my next target for this guy, as long as it's holding the 270 area. It looks like 330 is pretty damn likely to get hit. All right, let's see, and I think that's probably it for EOS. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. And we're on a long-term weekly. Yeah, lower lows, flattening out. Yeah, and after that, yeah, I mean, you're talking $5 is the next on a weekly. Damn, that's kind of crazy. That's getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Let's see what it does here first. But this is a good starting point of a good move, though. Especially if we can keep opening these EMAs and get all of them back above the 200 and 377. I would really like that for some continuation. DMI looks great. RSI looks great. So this is a pretty damn good looking chart. The daily is kind of sloppy, but still showing us about the same support level. Anything back below, yeah, about 270, 260, 270, then I would be concerned about this back to the downside. Maybe, oh, look, 269, bro, right there, man. And it looks like there's ultimate good support here for like wicks out and fake outs at about 260. The mama's really good for capturing a lot of those moves. So, all right, let's wrap it up. BTC, wrap it up. Kind of just chilling. Oh my gosh, look what it did. Pretty much nothing. It's just going sideways. Has been since the initial pump. I'm guessing this is probably everybody, when everybody put the hashtag Bitcoin is amazing on their Twitter stuff. I guess the interwebs got excited, but hey, that might be the excitement to get this out of this structure. We did get right back below it, so that's kind of ugly. But, you know, we got to have liquidation breaks sometimes. We can't just go straight up like some of these coins have been. But, yeah, this is looking kind of like a semi-flag action. And so, yeah, we break above this on a daily over this trend line. And really, look at the mama just holding price right here. You can see when it's extended out at about 34.3. Look at that. It's just like where it keeps getting the bodies. And on the low side, it's actually been getting the bodies for here and almost for these ones too. And for these guys. So very important zone right here. Kind of a nothing burger. Wouldn't be surprised if this just goes sideways into till futures open tomorrow evening. And we'll talk about it then. Let's see here. Getting kind of rejected. This is kind of ugly. This is probably like the worst part about Bitcoin right now is how I'm just trying to not be biased to one side. This is probably the worst part, but it is still above the 50, so that's okay. But if this starts losing the 50 after getting a rejection here, I would start to be a little bit concerned. Again, though, horizontal, 37.7. We could even just go back down there. It doesn't mean we're breaking the range. 32.7, I'm sorry. 32.7 in this little pocket. That's very important. We don't break below that. And again, to reiterate, any closes on a medium time frame below 31.5. And I honestly think at any wicks below that too would probably usher in new lows. So I'll be watching for those. I'm actually going to make me a little alert on these medium time frames for that because, you can't always be sitting down by your computer watching this shit. And I'm just going to put an alert. I want to know if and when it breaks over this trend line immediately. So go ahead and tell me that, TradingView. Thank you. All right, awesome, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow for sure, maybe later today if there's some price action to discuss. But right now we're just kind of grinding it out. Ethereum still has the best looking chart, so there's no doubt about it. So maybe watch Ethereum for right now. Maybe it's the super dog. It's going to overtake Bitcoin. No, that's probably not true. It's probably not going to do that. Because to do that, it would have to, see these market caps. Yeah, see, 650, 150, or 630, whatever, I'm rounding. It has a lot of work to do that. But it still looks good. Ethereum's definitely the best looking one at the moment. And Bitcoin looks all right still, but again, just like we wrapped up with the thoughts, got to stay above this pivot, 32.7, ultimately, I think, for this continuation. And again, to reiterate, any closes below 31.5, watch the F out to the downside. All right, much love. I'll see y'all guys tomorrow. Have an awesome Saturday night. And I'm out. Peace.
Game over.